Okay, let's take a deep breath. Right now, your mind is probably racing. You're feeling overwhelmed, maybe even a little panicked, and that is completely understandable. In this explainer, we're going to slow things right down. I'm here to act as a patient guide and walk you through this really stressful moment. I promise, you are going to be okay.
We're talking about that very specific, awful sinking feeling in your stomach. You know, that exact moment when it clicks and you realize the call or the email or the person you were just dealing with just wasn't real. Maybe you shared a little too much information, or maybe you sent some money. It's terrifying. But please, take another breath. If this just happened to you, you really need to know right now that you are not alone.
And here is absolutely the most important truth you need to hear today. Being scammed doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means someone did something wrong to you. If you were tricked, you are not foolish. I mean, these scams are designed and executed by literal professionals. Their entire day job is to fool careful, intelligent people just like you.
Section 1. The sinking feeling. Focusing on what matters now.
Look, what matters right now is not what already happened. We can't change the past, right? What matters is what you do next. Acting quickly makes a very real difference because it limits the damage. We've got a clear plan to get you through this, and we're just going to take it one calm step at a time to minimize the impact on your life.
Moving to Section 2. Stop contact and secure money. The urgent first moves.
Okay, so we need to stop the bleeding, and that starts with your immediate actions. This is all about putting a firm wall between you and the scammer. So step 1, stop all contact right now. If they call back, don't answer. Don't click any more links they send you. And definitely don't send another dollar. Scammers actually push much harder once they sense they've got you engaged or scared. So the absolute most crucial thing you can do is just shut the door completely. Cut them off without another word.
Now for step 2. If any money or bank details were involved, you need to call your bank or credit card company immediately to freeze your accounts or stop payments. But remember this vital difference, and this is huge. Never use a phone number the scammer gave you or one you found in a suspicious email. You only ever want to use the real number printed right there on the back of your physical card. When you get a hold of them, just tell your bank exactly what happened. The sooner you call, the better your chances are. And hey, they deal with this every single day, so you will definitely not be the first person they've calmly helped through this.
Section 3. Lock down your devices. Securing your perimeter.
Next, we're going to focus on the technology that might be compromised, which brings us to step 3. Say you let someone onto your computer, or maybe you downloaded something they told you to. Immediately disconnect that specific device from the internet. Just turn off the Wi-Fi or literally unplug the cable from the wall. Then, have it thoroughly checked by someone you trust before you ever use it again. After that, use a completely different, safe device, like your smartphone or maybe a family member's computer, to change your important passwords. You'll want to start with your email and your bank accounts. Step 4 requires turning on some extra protection wherever you possibly can. It's called two-factor authentication, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, it means that even if a scammer somehow has your password, they still can't get in, because they don't have the second factor, like a special code sent to your phone. Turn this on everywhere you can, but especially on your email. Your email is kind of like the master key to your entire digital life, so this is literally one of the absolute strongest defenses you have.
All right, Section 4, report and speak up, taking external action.
Now that your immediate perimeter is safe and completely locked down, we need to bring the situation out into the light. Step 5 is to report it. Tell the authorities. So if you're in the United States, for example, you can report scams directly to the Federal Trade Commission or the FTC. Now, I want to be totally straightforward with you here. Reporting might not always magically get your money back, but it is still incredibly important. It puts the right people on high alert, and it actively helps stop these exact same scammers from targeting other innocent people.
And then we have step 6. Simply tell someone you trust, a family member or a really close friend. You know, people very often skip this step out of pure embarrassment. But remember what we talked about earlier. Scammers are literally counting on your shame. They rely on your silence to keep their operations running smoothly. Saying what happened out loud to a friend, that strips away the scammer's power, and it brings you the emotional support you really need right now.
Section 5, beware of recovery scams, anticipating the next attack.
Before we wrap up, I really need to share one last critical warning with you so you don't get hit twice. Very often, right after a scam, you might be contacted by someone claiming they can magically recover your lost money, for a fee, of course. Well, that is simply another scam. Just remember this golden rule. Real recovery help never asks you to pay up front.
Don't let them victimize you a second time.
Finally, Section 6, coming out stronger, moving forward.
Let's take one more deep breath. You have already accomplished the absolute hardest part just by noticing the scam in the first place. And by following this explainer and taking these fast, calm actions, you are successfully limiting the damage. So as we close things out, I want you to remember your own strength. How will you use this experience to come out stronger and sharper on the other side? The people who move fast, who speak up without any shame, and who systematically take these clear steps, well, they're the ones who ultimately take their power back. You now know exactly what to do, and you are going to emerge from this far more resilient than before.